Hello everybody, it is Nicole with A-Frayed-Knot, just hopping on tonight to show you my haul from the Rose Bowl Flea Market. So if you did not know, on the second Sunday of every month in Pasadena, California at the Rose Bowl, they do a flea market. And it's been a while since I have been, so I headed down there yesterday to see what they had. It was a beautiful day, and I even gave the VIP club a live experience and went live from there and showed them the different areas in this particular flea market and showed them things from my perspective, like what I look for and why I look for certain things. And many of the things that I talk about here on all of the lives, I just kind of brought it to the flea market and showed them around, and we went into a couple booths and I showed them different things that I looked for. But that flea market is huge and it has different layers to it. And I call it different layers and really explained it and showed it to the VIP club yesterday. But if you are at all familiar with the layout of the Rose Bowl, it is just like any type of stadium. You know, it's big and the parking lots and everything around it are pretty big. And so the stadium is in the center, and on the outsides of the stadium where you could walk around, they have, that's like the first layer. And they have almost like pop-up tents, like little pop-up shops set up out there for people selling things, like say they have a business or a boutique, or they sell candles or handmade goods, things like that. So that's the first layer. And then out in the back, there are like two back lots. And the first lot, which I call the center, is kind of like where all of the old vintage, antique, junkin' kind of stuff is. And so that's the center. And then the very, very back is where all of like the vintage clothing, secondhand type clothing, all of that stuff is out in the very, very back. And I have never made it back there. I always see it, but I've never actually gone back there until yesterday. We went back there and kind of walked through it just to kind of take a look at it. It's pretty cool. That's where there's a lot of like older vintage clothing and that kind of stuff. But in the very front layer, there was also that type of clothing. So it's just kind of mixed throughout, which I thought was pretty cool also. So anyway, I wanted to hop on tonight and show you guys what I got from there. A lot of it is resellers. I like to personally go to places and go junkin' myself, or go to estate sales and that kind of thing. Kind of like anything goes out in Kentucky. I like to go and actually pick through all the stuff. So this is kind of like that in some cases, but it is very much resellers selling things at a higher marked up price. So that's the only downside, but you can find some really cool stuff. So let me see about getting this iPad going. I see y'all are hopping on, but I'm not seeing any well, there, I see one comment. Hey, Kathy. Hello, Joanne. I'm seeing a couple. Hello, Geneva. But I want to just go ahead and get the iPad going so that perhaps I can see all of the comments. So I wanted to show you what I got. I'm excited to show you and kind of tell you a little bit about the things. I explained a little bit about the actual layout, if you missed that, of the Rose Bowl. Hey, Tina. Hi, Kelly and Tabitha. Hello, Geneva and Joanne and Kathy. Hey, Trula. How are you guys all doing tonight? Thank you so much for hopping on and joining me. So I have a couple of things down here also. Not everything would fit up here. And then I've got some stuff here and in the bag. Frames seem to be a thing right now. I really noticed that out there. I've never noticed that before. This isn't my first time there. It's just I haven't been in a while. But there were a couple of places that had frames, just like old frames, not old frames, but it was really cool. And I got a small little handful of them. Let me start with this bowl though. So I liked this wooden bowl. I thought it was pretty cool. It definitely needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but I picked this up. Not real sure what I'm going to do with it, but I thought it was cool. So I got that. And then I found these. The lady I got these from, she claimed that they were really old. You hear that a lot. You know, I did hear that a lot with people that I was looking at their stuff. And they all would say, oh, it's really, really old. Now, these do look kind of old. And I'll tell you what, my first instinct was, I'm just going to paint them. But I think before I go painting them, I'm going to look them up. They are kind of cool looking, and there's 2 of them. I'm not real sure what they are. There really isn't. There's a little stamp down here. It says TC and then a C with a circle around it. That to me means copyright. And then it says US next to that. Oh, USA. I just didn't see the A. This one has a USA. And there are 2 of them. So that's pretty cool. Not real sure if they came off of something or there's like some goop right there. That's probably just, they probably had it setting on something, but I think they're kind of cool. I really like them. So I picked those up. Let me put hold on. Okay, let's see here. Okay, there we go. That's what I want. All right, come on now. My iPad is not cooperating with me. There we go. There we are. Okay, sorry about that. Trying to get it back. So that's the first one right there. Don't they look good? I mean, even the color does look good, but I'll tell you, that's kind of the first place my mind goes to until I start kind of looking at them and examining them and thinking, well, they very well could be old, but the color is good. The color does look good. I will have to say that. You are right on that. All right, now let's see. I have just all frames in this bag now. So this is the first frame that I picked up. I just like, not sure, I'm not going to say this is old or anything like that. I just like the texture and the design on it. That's what I liked on this one, was just the different textural points on it. It's not just one straight frame. You can see it has like grooves and all that kind of thing. And the color's pretty also, but that's what I liked about this one. So that's why I got that. And then I really liked this one right here. I think most of the frames came from the same vendor. This one did not. This one was from a different vendor. This was the only one that he had, but I like this just the way that it is. I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but this is kind of like a really pale pink, and when I run my fingers across it, it's rough. So I don't know what that is that's on the front of it, but I don't know if it was glue or old paint or what it was, but it's all the way around. It just adds uniqueness to this. And then this is kind of like an old, just cracked looking gold, and it's just rough and dirty. It does need to be cleaned a little bit, but you know what, I'm gonna wipe it with the baby wipe and just see what happens. But I just really like this one, just as is. I don't think I would do anything to this because I like the color of it. Yeah, it's just a little bit dirty. That's all it is. It's just a little dirty. Although I like the dirt on it because it is still really crackly looking though. So that's what I like. The dirt just made it look more antique. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love it just like this. I don't know if you guys like this kind of look, but I really do. I like the pink and I like the cracked up looking gold, and I like that it's kind of just really rough looking. Okay, let's see. Hey, Brenda, happy Monday. Hey, Angie. Did you find anything good, Angie? Oh, I'm going to show you the tray. I'm going to show you the tray in just a minute. The tray came from the same vendor as these frames that I'm showing you. Not the frame I just mentioned, but all the other ones. I went back to her particular booth 2 times. I think we walked past it. No, we didn't. We didn't walk past it. I don't think. We may have. But I looked at it the first time and then walked around the whole place and then went back. And the second time I went back is when I got this. But here is a frame that I picked up also. I like this. This is a pretty cool picture. The more I look at it, the more I kind of like the picture also. But I will tell you, at first instinct when I bought this, it was just for the frame and not for the picture. This says, let's see. It just says threshold. I'm trying to remember what, oh, it's from Target. This is from Target, 2022. So it's really not all that old. Target 2022, and it's a 12 by 12. So initially I just bought it for, it does look old, but it's not, 2022. I bought it for the frame and to paint the frame. I like the gold color, but I like to paint this better because you can see all of the detail in here. And that is just so cool when you paint it and then pull all that detail out, like I show you guys with that kind of layering of paint. That's why I got this. And now that I know it's just from 2022, I don't feel bad taking this out. Because it did look like it was kind of old, but it's not. So that's good to know. Now the next 2 frames, if she would have had more of these, I would have got them. I love everything about both of these. How cool are these? And they're the same. In fact, I'm trying to see. Yeah, they're the same style of frame with the same kind of chippy look to it. I love the way this looks, you guys. Everything about this, I love. Love the frame. I love the detailing on the way it's chippy and it's got that green and just that kind of like light, just really pale rose kind of pink color. Just really, really pretty. And both of them are that way. So I dug through her stuff for a while and found 2 of them, looked around, didn't see any more, and even asked her, and she said no, these were the only 2 that she had. So I got them and I love them. I think they are so stinking cute. Oh, awesome, Angie. I'll have to, I haven't had a chance to look at the Made by Me Monday yet, if that's where you posted it. So I was going to do that later tonight. So I'm excited to see what you got. Okay, so those are, let's see, that's all that's in this bag right here. And then next, I really didn't get a lot of stuff. I spent quite a bit of time walking around and I made the mistake of just wearing, I was telling my mom, wearing flip-flop sandals because these particular sandals are pretty comfortable, but not for that much walking. And oh, my feet were just very sore, very tired. And today too. So that wasn't necessarily a good thing to do, but it's okay. All right. And next is this tray right here. So I got this tray from the same lady. It has kind of a crack in it right here, but I mean, that's not really a big deal. It's not coming apart or anything. It's just cracked, but I really like this. Not necessarily this gold color, but I right off the bat thought about painting it, and I seen it the first time. And then when I went back the second time, it was kind of under a bunch of stuff. So I pulled it out and I looked at it and I thought, I'm going to go ahead and get this because if I don't get it, I'll regret it. And I use this kind of stuff. So I'm definitely going to paint it because I'm not I like gold, don't get me wrong, I really do like gold. I'm just not really liking this gold. And I would probably do the inside. If I was going to leave it gold, I would probably paint the tray inside a different color, maybe like black or something like that. Or just leave it like a wood, just a plain wood color would be really pretty also. So this is the tray that I got, and I really do like it. And I think it'll be really pretty painted up. And then I got this cool basket. No clue if it is old or not. I just liked it. I thought it was really cool looking. I like the wood around it. I just like the way that this looks. So I'll probably put one of my bunnies or something like that in it. I got a couple of ideas, but yeah, I like this. I think it's really, really cute. Oh yes, I really think that you're right. The roosters are very detailed and they're super cute. Thank you, Rosianne. It is in Jennifer, Southern California. It's in Pasadena. I was just looking through some of the comments, make sure I wasn't missing nothing. And then lastly, I got this, I guess we can call this a plant stand. I really like this. I think it is super cute. So I was looking for, so you remember the topiary bunny that I got from Walmart? Well, I have pulled out my spring and Easter stuff over the weekend, and I was setting him up out on the back porch, and he just wasn't looking right with what I was putting him in. So I kind of thought in the back of my mind while I was at the Rose Bowl, I would look for something, you know, I surely could find something there to put him in. And when I seen this basket, I thought it would be perfect. So that's what I got this for, was to set my bunny in it. So he looks pretty good in there. I tested him in there. I'm going to have to do something to kind of, he sits in here almost perfect. Almost. He fits in here just fine, but the bottom of the little, like planter thing that he's in is just a smidge bigger than the bottom of this. This curves up, so it kind of makes him rock a little bit. So all I'm doing is just kind of figuring out a way to get him in there. Plus I wanted to show you guys this plant stand. I think it's pretty cool. I really, really like it, and it kind of elevates him just a little bit. So that is what I got. Me too, Barb. I love the Rusty basket. Oh yes, Wendy, that's a great idea. You certainly can. Flip it over and use it like a shelf. That's a great idea. Yes, Trueless, I'm glad you got the wire stand. We seen this when I was walking around with the VIP, and I seen this particular booth, and there was quite a few things in there that I liked. That's actually where I got these. I didn't see these when we were there, when we were looking the first time. I didn't see these, but when I went back the second time, I seen them. So I picked those up, and you might remember that big ornate mirror that I was looking at, but the mirror itself was broken in half, which is fine. I wasn't really getting it for the mirror, but I ended up deciding not to get that one because I already have something like that, and it does not stand all that well on a shelf. I don't necessarily hang it. I like to put it on my shelf because it's so tall and lean it against the wall, but I have to really secure it because the bottom is not flat, and the way it's ornate, it just really doesn't stand very well. So I was kind of deciding not to get that one, but at the same time, I was looking and deciding not to get it. Someone else bought it. So, which was fine. I really didn't need it. I've already got one kind of like it, but those are fun to put like those big, huge bunny transfers in. I was actually looking for something to put one of the bunny transfers in, like that big like the big bunny right back there, but it's okay because I have plenty of stuff here. I mean, in the woodworking group, we have tons of cool surface patterns that I could definitely use for those bunnies and have used for the bunnies. So anyway, hey Rosemary, how are you? Oh, thank you, Vicki. Yes, it was a pretty good day overall, and yeah, I enjoyed going and looking around, and it was actually a gorgeous day out there. It got warm, but yeah, it was overall a great day. So that is my haul from the Rose Bowl, and yeah, that is it. That's all I got. You know what I want to do though? I want to paint something with you guys. Definitely, I want to paint. And I'm trying to decide what it is that I want to paint. I have several things, but let's see. Let's paint this bunny right here. I've been wanting to paint this bunny. He is cute, but I've been wanting to paint him, so that's exactly what we're going to do. And I'm trying to decide what color I want to paint him. If you've seen me paint the, the vase on Friday, I really like the way that turned out. So I think I'm going to paint this guy just like that. I'm looking for my, I know I had it. I just don't know where I put it. It was right here, right in front of me earlier. It's my palette. This is what I'm looking for. It's literally sitting right here. Okay. I'm not sure that I'll have enough of this though. Let's see if I have some more. Okay, well, all we can do is just start, and if I need to get some more, well, then I'll walk over there and get some more. But I really liked the 24K on that vase, so I think this bunny will be very cute in that color also. And there's so much texture on this. So it's going to look really good when I lay the, like Crazy Crow or one of the other colors over the top of it. It is once a month, Rosemary. It is the second Sunday of every month. The second Sunday. And there are some vendors that are there every month and have been going for a long time. All right, so we just want to make sure we get all of the paint down into the grooves, because there is a lot of like nooks and crannies, I like to call it, inside of this bunny. You can kind of see them. We're definitely going to be putting a second coat. But we'll just get the first coat on and then get it dried and then go on back. He is such a little cutie. Hi, Mary. Yes, in Pasadena. Yes, this bunny was from Hobby Lobby, but I got him, let me see. I got him last year. I had to think about that for a second. Yeah, I got him last year. I think I got him like on a after Easter type sale. Had him for a while. Okay. We've just about got one whole coat on the body. I think I'm going to take a little bit of pink and brush it in there also before I go putting the, I'll probably use Crazy Crow before I go putting the Crazy Crow over it. That'll be really pretty to kind of brush some pink in there, just real lightly. Okay, now I just need to give him a bit of a dry. And then we're going to add some more of the 24K to him. I'm just painting him. I probably won't put him in anything because I like to just set this kind of stuff around, but he would be cute in this, in a little bowl like that, with like a little bit of grass around him and maybe a few eggs and carrots. Okay. Okay. I know, Trula. I really like him. He's really cute. I didn't pay attention if Hobby Lobby had him again this year. They have a ton of bunnies. I actually stopped in there this morning. I hadn't been there for a while, but I stopped in there this morning and I didn't think to look to see if they still have him. Thank you, Tabitha. Yes, Angie. In a couple weeks, actually. That's coming up pretty quickly. Oops, oops, oops. I got way too much. I don't think we'll need that much. I feel like adding color to him really brings out the detail even more. Okay. Let me give him a dry. I know. I try not to waste it, that's for sure. Okay. Okay, I need to just add a little bit more into the ears here. Oh, that looks good. And then over here on this side too. I just really like the detail on the way his ears are. everything. He's just got great detail. He's so cute. Okay, now I'm gonna get the inside of his ears dry, and then I'm gonna take my pink really, really lightly. Okay, oh, I don't know that you could see that very well, but I just kind of blended the pink in there. And then I'll do the same thing right here. And I'm kind of doing it with a dry brush. I've just wiped back a lot of the paint. And then I just add that in there, and then I'm coming back with my gold and then just kind of going over the edges so that it kind of just blends in. Okay, so you can kind of see what the inside of the ears looks like. I kind of forgot about the front part of his face. So I'm just kind of fixing. If I tip him upside down, I can see a lot that I missed in all of like the little nooks and crannies. So I'm just fixing all of that. Okay. Okay, so the magic is going to happen when we add the, I want to call it the second color, but it really would be the third color because I went ahead and put the pink inside of the ears. So when we add the final color, which will be Crazy Crow, all over this guy and then wipe it back. So what that's going to do is let Crazy Crow get down into those crevices, and then we'll wipe it back, leaving the Crazy Crow on parts of the bunny to pull out the detail. Okay. Just gonna make sure he's good and dry. He does, doesn't he, Prudence? He looks like a foil wrapped chocolate bunny, she said, and she's absolutely right. He sure does. And I'm hungry, so that sounds good. Foil wrapped chocolate bunny. Ooh, I got my hand too close to that. Okay, I think it's dry. Yes, it's going to define a lot of him. I don't know that you can tell, but you're right. His tail, there's just so much detail on him, and I feel like with the 24K color, you can see it a lot better, but all that detail is going to come out with that Crazy Crow color. And I think I'm just going to kind of start, well, I'm going to start at the top and just kind of work my way down, but we're definitely going to need some baby wipes. Pretty sure that's what I'll use. All right, well, I guess I'll just take that many out for now. And I'm going to get a paper towel. Usually I like to kind of wring them out, but because they're pretty wet. I guess we'll start by wringing one out, taking some of the moisture out of it. And I'm going to use Crazy Crow for this part of our process. So I used 24K for the first one, and then I'm going to use Crazy Crow. Get a brush that's kind of fanned out already, just because I want to do a lot of dabbing and all the things. And so I'm going to start so you see how I just start basically adding the paint and making sure that I get down into all of those crevices. And then we're going to take our baby wipe and just wipe back. Just like that. Oh, I love it already. And then we'll go ahead and go up the ears. And the inside of the ears. Oh, I love that. And then you could see the pink. You could ever so slightly see the pink in there, and that's exactly what I wanted, was just to be able to see it a little bit. So that's why I wanted to make sure and put the pink on there before I did this with the Crazy Crow, because then this way it'll all blend together. And you want to make sure you get down in all of them little crevices there. And then we'll just come back in and wipe it back. Ever so slightly. See that pink in there? Looks good. And then you can see the back of the ears. You can definitely wipe them more if they're too dark, but I like the way that it's looking, so. And then we'll come around just to the back of the head and inside here. I just want to do a little bit at a time because I don't want it to dry and set up, and because if the paint dries, then it'll just dry on here too dark, and I do want to be sure to wipe it back. That's where we get all the detail from, is when we're wiping back with the baby wipe. So you can kind of see the back of the head, and it is a little bit darker in here, but I like it to be kind of dark at the base and then come out lighter. Okay, so you can see all that as we're making our way down, and he's really just coming to life. Thank you, Margaret. Hey, Mom. My mom is on with us. Okay. I'm going to dry this upper part just a little bit so that I can start holding it from up here also. Just a little bit more paint. Okay, so you can see how when I put it, you see how it really pulls out like his toes by putting the Crazy Crow in there. So that's what Crazy Crow does, is it just kind of gets down into all those crevices. And when you wipe it back, it stays inside of all of the crevices. So that's where you're seeing all the detail come out. That's why it's important, you know, just to make sure that you're getting it down into all those little places. So that it'll stay behind. And then I just lightly wipe, just lightly wiping it back. I need a little bit more paint. Hey, Karen. That's what I need to do. What did you have? What were you enjoying? I know. I know, Angie. I agree. I agree. I think it should. All right, we are on the tail. Oh my goodness. Let me get another. Sometimes it's good to get a fresh white, because a lot of times what you do when they're saturated like this is you're just wiping paint back on. And it's okay, but I'll show you what I mean. So this already has a lot of paint on it, so it's leaving paint behind, which is good because I want that also. But like right in here, for example, I kind of want to clean it up a bit so that we can see more of that tail detail. Oh my goodness, he looks so good. Did I get everything covered? I think I did. Totally different. He looks totally different. Wow, what a transformation. I really, really like him. I think he's super cute. What do you guys think? I should have took a before picture. I always forget. He would be cute in here. All of a sudden, I got a tickle. He would be cute in this bowl. This bowl needs to be cleaned up though. And then put like a little bit of grass in there with maybe a few eggs and carrots around him, or even greenery like that would be cute. But this bowl is almost perfect for him. I don't know, maybe, I just don't know where I would set it. I have better luck being able to set things like this, like on one of my shelves, or, you know, in a little tray that I already have. But, anyway, I love him. I think he turned out really good. You can see just ever so slightly that pink in his ears, just a little bit of pink to kind of change it up a little bit. He does look good in the bowl, huh? The bowl's kind of nasty though. I need to clean this bowl up or something. something. It's just kind of gross. I don't know what's going on with this bowl. I got an old, the guy said I could have the penny. He threw the penny in. Oh my, the penny is really stuck though. Let's see here. There we go, got the penny off. I'm not even really sure what that is in here. Might have to sand it. Anyway, he does fit perfect in there. At least I got it cleaned up a little bit. He's cute. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had fun painting this bunny with you. And that is it. And if you missed it, in the beginning I talked about the Rose Bowl and I showed my haul. So if you missed that, make sure to catch that on the replay. Thank you, Mary. Thanks, Tina. Part 2, put him in the bowl. Yeah, I just did. I put him in the bowl. The bowl needs to be sanded and cleaned up a bit. So anyway, I think he does look very cute in this bowl. This bowl was made for him. So yeah, you could set him in there, put some grass and a little bit of, you know, the little eggs. I don't know where I put it, but I had some little eggs that would be cute in here as well. So that's it, you guys. I am going to hop off and go think of something for dinner. So enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you, Diane. Thanks, Kelly. And thanks for being here with me. And I will, wait, what is tomorrow? Not real sure what's happening tomorrow. I feel like something's going on, but I'm not 100% sure. So if I can hop back on here tomorrow with you guys, I will. And if not, I'll let you know I'm not going live. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your night. And thank you so much for being here with me. And I will see you soon. Bye for now.